So it's starting to become an age-old question. Which one do I get? DIOR SAUVAGE, Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Today we're going to calculate the score, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on which one I think, if you had to get just one, which one's the one to grab. Stay tuned. So, DIOR SAUVAGE Eau de Toilette, world-renowned, doesn't get much more popular than this one, extremely well-known, extremely familiar fragrance. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon came out afterwards, has the typical Italian style that Prada's known for, where they take a floral note and really make it a soapy aspect of a fragrance, in this case, some soapy lavender. Both ambroxan dominated fragrances that kind of mimic one another, with DIOR SAUVAGE being the original based on release date. So where do they really differ and where are they really similar? So with DIOR SAUVAGE, you'll see the notes on the screen. So when it comes to really grabbing attention, really being a do-it-all fragrance, not too many can do it better than DIOR SAUVAGE. Extremely polarizing. Some people can't stand it because it's so widely used and so widely worn, but there's no denying the attention that it garners from the opposite sex because it just smells good. It's shower gel, it's a little peppery, it's got a very slight sweetness, it's extremely fresh and very powerful. Definitely lasts very long and is very pronounced when you walk into a room. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Almost the same situation where it has that shower gel appeal with a lot more freshness and a little bit more soapy because of the way the lavender is done in this one, but there's also a coal note that kind of darkens it up and gives it a slight earthy quality. That's where this DNA changes slightly from the ambroxan dominated version of Sauvage, where they both feature ambroxan, but this just kind of has a little bit of a twist from what made DIOR SAUVAGE popular and kind of made it its own. Still extremely powerful in its own right, very easy to go anosmic to in my experience, where 2 or 3 hours in you'll think it's worn off when actually it's still projecting quite heavy and still has several more hours of lifespan on your skin. Whereas if you were to cover your face with a mask per se, with the way the world is at the recording of this video, and then a little while later you take that mask off, it'll hit you all over again like you just sprayed it. That has been my experience. Very easy to go anosmic to, very similar DNA, but not the same exact fragrance. So personal experience, where do I see these two fitting in someone's collection? Well, when it comes to DIOR SAUVAGE, the Eau de Toilette, this is the ultimate grab and go, but it's so loud and so pronounced that it can be a little too much in certain smaller, close-knit office situations. This kind of needs a little bit more of an open area because it's so loud. Whereas with Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, it's still pronounced, maybe not so much as DIOR SAUVAGE, where I feel like this one has a little bit more polish and refined aspects to it to make it more office suitable than DIOR SAUVAGE. So looking for a work fragrance, I give the nod to Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Now going back to those open spaces, dates, evenings out, being a single man, DIOR SAUVAGE Eau de Toilette definitely lends itself a bit more on that aspect because it's so pronounced and it really grabs the attention of others. That's what it was designed for, to reach out and really grab someone. So on the prowl, evenings out, dates, just easy to reach for, where you can wear it in any situation, especially you single guys. I give the nod to DIOR SAUVAGE Eau de Toilette. Now overall for me personally, on my opinion, if I had to choose one, I gave you my recommendations for the two different scenarios. Here comes the tiebreaker. When it comes down to it, I usually lean towards the office setting, so you can get what's great about DIOR SAUVAGE and maybe what's a little too much about DIOR SAUVAGE taken away, and go with Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. I do have an affinity for the entire line from Dior with all the concentrations of DIOR SAUVAGE, but if I had to choose only one, because the versatility is just dialed up just a bit more on Prada Luna Rossa Carbon versus Dior Sauvage, I definitely give the nod to Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. If I had to pick one, I would say this is the better fragrance. Some may disagree, but that's just my opinions, where they each got a point for two different situations, but with optimally and ideally, my opinion, breaking the tie, I gotta give the nod to Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on which is better for a few different scenarios, what's great about them, and maybe what's not so great, depending on your situation and use about each one. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. Which one do you prefer? Do you have both, just like I do? And for different situations, you get in the mood for different ones. Or do you have different uses? Or do you lean one side of the fence or the other? Are you a Sauvage guy? Are you a Prada Carbon guy? Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on either one of these, you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.